Go, Sunan. This area is off limits. Stretch your wings. I need your eyes, my friend. Cast about this land, my friend. Aid me. Be my eyes. Best not to draw attention here. At any cost. gods here are vigilant.
You done with my stone? Need to go over when I get a chance.
Survey the area, Sunan. Jammed. Need to get on the other side. What do you see? Not good.
Look at Shirley Wickman. Filling me out.
Show me what lies ahead. Whoever held the ritual at the vault was once here. The culprit searches for a Jotun and a Muspel subject to complete their work. Muspels killing Muspels. Writings on the ritual. They are performed at night. There's emphasis on something called a salakar. My helmet is rusty. Vessel of souls, I think. This is the object from the vault. The culprit was deciphering elven runes. Something about the binding of only the most powerful hookers. Sinmara. There's much secrecy about the culprit's affairs. Only she and Sutur are aware. Marked here, along with a second location. Another ritual site, perhaps.
You're light on your feet, Asa. Following me now.
You've become quite useful, Aesir. My gratitude for opening the vault. Now tell me, what happened there?
I am following the stink as it rises. As are you. Care to tell me why that is?
Days ago, Sinmara ordered my best warriors to the vault without bothering to inform me. I've not heard from them since.
Well, you're casting your suspicions at the right people. Whose quarters are these?
His name is Kalder, an adept in magic. Or Seder, as you Asgardians sometimes call it. This place is where he practices it.
Whatever he's doing, it is not Seder. At least not as I know it. He's using something called a salakar. It is part of a deadly ritual. And from what this room tells me, the dead will continue to pile up. Dwarves, Jotnar, Muspels.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You wouldn't. Your stepmother despises and distrusts you. Your father only the latter of those. For now. But in time, thanks to her venomous whispers, he may come to hate you as much as she does.
This is a lie. All of it. Your twisted attempt to pit me against them.
Sift through the mess yourself. No other truth lies within.
Where are you going?
After the Salakar. Whatever it is, your father needs it. It may be the only leverage I have to get my son back. Calder marked a place on a map surrounded by waters, just northeast. If he's planning another ritual there, I may be able to understand what value this Salakar holds.
Obey your master, or I'll melt you into a storm, you bastard!
It can't be. Gullenbursty. You will pay for harming Gullenbursty!
Yeah, run away, Oscar!
There, Gullenbursty. You're all right. You're all right. I'm here now. And I am in need of your aid. Come, old friend. I am your master now.
Over here!
It's Kara, isn't it?
So you do remember.
Why wouldn't I remember my own Valkyries?
It has been many ages since Odin, son of Bor, father of Thor, took his duties seriously. Instead, he frets about the future. Tries to wriggle free of fate. That's what I hear.
Mind your words, girl.
Whatever you say, my lord and master.
Now, let's discuss your duties. This field of battle, does it bear fruit?
The harvest proves underwhelming. Many have died, but without valor. Unlike real heroes, they flaunt their wounds on their backsides, not their chests.
What use will they be to me when Ragnarok finally comes?
You have nothing to fear. I will make them ready for that final battle.
Perhaps I can help.
How?
Why, let my own battle prowess serve to inspire them.
You intend to tell them your old war stories? Ha! Not even we Valkyries believe in those fantasies anymore.
Then draw up an arena, so that I, Havi, Lord of Asgard, patron to all true heroes, may reenact my finest moments. Just the way they happened.
This should be fun, if nothing else. So be it, Lofty One, your arena awaits.
Let me see what rewards I am fighting for here.
A boon to any warrior's arsenal. You can't afford it anyhow.
Let me see what rewards I am fighting for here.
A legendary choice. You can't afford it anyhow.
Let me tell you a story.
Let's see what embellishments you add to this one. Ah, how disappointing.
Remind me what I am doing here.
In this arena, you can spin your tall tales and fight your old foes, so as to help the Einherjar prepare for the great battle of Ragnarok. And, of course, for my own personal amusement.
Let me tell you a story.
Looking forward to this. Let us hear your tale of glory.
Once I did battle with one who had betrayed me. Listen close, and I will tell you how it went. And so, victory was mine, as it ever shall be.
I will bear witness to your deeds in battle.
Once I did battle with one who had betrayed me. Listen close, and I will tell you how it went. so, victory was mine, as it ever shall be.
I won!
Let me see what rewards I am fighting for here.
Sagas sing of such as this. You can't afford it anyhow.
Let me tell you a story.
Let's see what... I am looking forward to this. Show me the blood, the chaos, the screams.
Once I did battle with one who had betrayed me. Listen close, and I will tell you how it went.
Go meet your god!
Your skill in battle is impressive. They are no match for you. Prowess!
And so, victory was mine, as it ever shall be.
witness to your deeds in battle.
Once I did battle with one who had betrayed me. Listen close, and I will tell you how it went.
Such is the mark of a true warrior.
No!
Hurt?
Victory was mine, as it ever shall be. Thor lends me strength.
Let us hear your tale of glory.
Once I did battle with one who had betrayed me. Listen close, and I will tell you how it went. And so, victory was mine, as it ever shall be.
Hi, one! Over here!
Let me see what rewards I am fighting for here.
Ah, the battle glory that has seen. You can't afford it anyhow.
Let me tell you a story.
Let's see what embellishments you add to this one. Looking forward to this. Show me the blood, the chaos, the screams.
Allow me to recount one of my glorious battles with my cunning brother Loki. Ahead of me I saw what I knew to be my prey, and I struck. Thus my tale concludes. in glory and honor.
To relive such legendary battles pleases me greatly. I won!
Let me see what rewards I am fighting for here.
A legendary choice. You have earned it. Farewell, Lord of Asgard.
Dark visions oppress me. The warm light of wakefulness is sweet relief. And yet I must see more, wherever the darkness leads me. A message from Volka. If I drink the potion, I can return to my vision. Message is... a new letter. These new visions of Odin trouble me. Am I alone in seeing them? Or do the tales of Svartalfheim hold some other meaning? Perhaps I should warm my bones by the fire.
Tove, how have you been?
The fire made me think of the myths and legends Sven loved.
Would you indulge me with a tale? I would be glad to hear of Svartalfheim.
I would not tell it half as well, but his favorite was a fable, to remind us to find meaning in our deeds and not in how others think of us. Svartalfheim was not short of legendary dwarven blacksmiths. Everyone has heard of Ivaldi, Brucker, and Sindri. But this tale is of a stonemason. He lived as far south as he could, where Gulnamar meets Vangrid. His workshop sat upon the shoreline. Obsessed with glory, his love of masonry had all but died. He scoured the shore, seeking precious stones washed up from other realms. Then he saw it. Something beautiful, glittering, shimmering across the water, upon an island he had never dared travel to. He hastily built a boat, working long into the night. He set sail and found many rocks that sparkled and dazzled upon the island. He cried out in joy. To craft anything from such stones, he would be remembered for all time. Then he felt a sudden sting on his foot. Then another, and another. His eyes adjusted to the dark. So consumed was he by his desire for renown, he failed to realize he had walked into a nest of snakes, until it was already too late. And so, clutching the stone that sealed his fate, there he died. Remembered, yes, but only for his folly.
Fine tale, Tove, and well told. Sven would be proud. Are you and Bridget well?
Of course. The flames soothe my mind, as do the tales told here.
Do you have one to share, Gunnar? A legend of Svartalfheim.
Aye, a story of a king who could not see the wood for the trees. Reidmar, greatest of dwarven kings. Within his palace in Gulnamar, he wanted for nothing except an heir. Reidmar and his wife had grown old. Perhaps too old. Late one night, consumed with worry, Reidmar walked in the shadow of his vast mountaintop palace, tears in his eyes. "The great king! What ails you?" a voice said. Afraid, Reidmar saw no one. "Who goes there?" he replied. Then he saw who addressed him. A vast and ancient tree, perhaps almost as old as Ymir himself. Reidmar sat upon its roots and told the tree he feared he was too old to give his subjects the legacy they deserved. The tree was so moved, it wept and offered its tears to Reidmar. "Drink, great king," it said, "and your woes shall be washed away." Reidmar observed the grass, the meadows, the leaves of the tree. His subjects' happiness could be seen in how they cared for the land. His legacy was all around him. Reidmar felt at ease, realizing he had everything he needed, and asked, that the land received the tree's gift instead. The tree's happy tears flowed evermore, enriching the land. 9 moons passed, and a baby's cry rang through Raidmar's palace. Long would dwarves place gifts in the weeping tree's roots, in memory of Raidmar and his kindness that shaped all he touched.
All things happen when they should, old friend.
I hope so.
Eivor! Whatever is the matter? Have you been spending too much time drinking Valga's special sauces again?
I am troubled by visions of Odin and of Svartalfheim. They flood my mind without warning, without invitation.
Aha! Which is how Thor flooded Svartalfheim. Thor, fast to act, but not so fast to think, would stomp and thump and fight and bump everywhere he and Mjolnir should go. One day, he fought a giant in Jotunheim with such ferocity that Thor's killing blow was felt through all 9 realms. The ground shook, mountains rose up, hills tore apart, creating canyons, and north of Svaladal, the massive lake that housed the springs of Yggdrasil split open, flooding all of Svartalfheim. The dwarf king, Hreidmar, acted swiftly. He built 3 mighty dams, preventing further damage to his realm, working alongside his beloved subjects. So surprised was one builder to see the great king working as an equal that he slipped, tumbling into the raging waters below. Without hesitation, Hreidmar leapt, once from his horse and again from the center of the dam's lip, diving into the frightful torrent. Before the builder could even cry for help, Hreidmar was pulling him onto dry land. And so 2 giant statues were built to honor the king, one for each leap of unthinking bravery, and stood until the end of days.
Until Ragnarok.
Aye! So you see, actions ripple outward, like a stone falling into a lake. Or like Thor crushing a Jotun skull with Mjolnir.
Affecting everything, whether foretold or unknown.
I fear my tale has only worsened your concerns.
No, a good story is a log that feeds a mind's flame. Thank you, friend.
I hear you seek tales of Svartalfheim. You are not alone in your glimpses of the Aesir.
You have seen them too.
No. Only the power the visions hold, and their effect on those once held dear.
You speak of Sigurd.
Do you want my tale or not? There was a dwarven miner who cared only for his work. Mining was all he knew, all he wanted to know, and all he would ever know. One day, he heard a strange noise. All his long life, working in the northern mines of Vangrim, he had never known a boulder to squeak. He ignored it at first, but as the hours passed, the squeaking continued, relentlessly. When the miner could take no more, he split the boulder apart with his pick, and then he saw a squirrel. Until now, pinned by the boulder, afraid and tired,
The freed squirrel climbed into the miner's long beard and slept for 3 days. When the dwarf awoke the next day, he found fruit and nuts waiting for him. A gift from the squirrel. The first the miner had ever received. Finally, the miner had a friend. The squirrel led the dwarf to a stone hill within a lake. There, the dwarf would fish for supper, while the squirrel played in the trees. One night, watching his fishing line, the dwarf drifted off to sleep, smiling, enjoying the happy squeaks of his friend above. When the sun rose, its light did not find the dwarf, for he had turned to stone, his short-lived bliss captured evermore.
And the squirrel?
It never left his side, hoping his friend would awaken, just as the miner had waited for the squirrel to do the same.
Sigurd. He is not lost to us. In every great story there is truth to be found. I wonder what could be found in Svartalfheim in the place they spoke of. Reclaim my vision of Svartalfheim.
should give me a clear view.
Come, shed battle sweat! Melt down the horrors!
Flank the idiot! Press hard! Run wildfire! To escape, you will be incinerated!
Lord Calder, with your permission, we will now return to Asa.
Soon. I have need for you still.
Ace's warriors. Where do they fit into all this?
You are one of our captains, yes?
A duty I share with 2 others here.
I thought I saw something in you. Stout, resolute. Step over here.
Sigrun and Halstein were 2 of the most revered sons of Ivaldi. If such prestige is a requirement for these rituals, then Calder is surely luring that Muspel to his death. I wonder if there's a way I can observe the ritual up close. I need to approach Calder without him taking notice. Perhaps the best way is with deception.
No! Mind the Salakar! Let me kill him!
Kill them!
Fled northwest with Asa snapping at his heels. Can't have made it far. no helpless rabbit. What science might I find in this pursuit?
Aid me. Be my eyes.
These fools daren't stand in our path. How hard was he knocked into this rock? Most likely dead upon impact. Several wounds. This one put up a fight. Briefly, I suspect. The last to die. Asa caught up to Calder. His warriors moved in while he pushed on. But Asa tore through them like a whirlwind. The trail of the dead reveals her direction. Calder's too. And most importantly, the Salakars. They're headed west.
What do you see, Sunan?
I need to find Calder before Asa does. In her bloodlust, the Salakar is not safe. Looks like these two brought all the fires of Muspelheim with them. And Freya wonders why I've always refused to take her on a tour of that scorched dunghill. Two sets of footprints. One is stretched, like someone fled. The other, closer together, uneven and lined with blood. They were hobbling, perhaps. Asa and Calder fought here. Blood was
was spilled. Asa and Calder fought here. He gained the advantage. Foolish girl, Asa. Your rage makes you vulnerable. She's hurt, but not enough to stop her. Looks like she followed Calder up that hill. Curious Jotun buffoons who stand in my way. They should run. These were similar. I used to restrain someone. Ace's spear. Abandoned. Did Calder and his minions finally best her? Dead stack up. For these muspels, Ragnarök came early. There was a cart here, and drag marks leading to it. Asa chased Calder into this camp, leaking her lifeblood, blinded by rage and utterly reckless. Looks to have cost her too. She came crashing in, mauling whatever half-wits stood between her and Calder. But those half-wits fought back in numbers. Injured and disarmed, she was overpowered and restrained. Calder then had her tossed into a cart like a sack of turnips. Looks like they fled up that path. What is it Calder plans to do with the little princess now that she's his prisoner? Surely not. These tracks lead west. I must find Calder and the Salakar, for Baldur's sake. Is this blood Ace's? Or is she still proving? Paused here for a moment before continuing, most likely to resecure Ace's bonds. Even in her sorry state, I imagine her to be quite the handful. She even bested me, temporarily. Perhaps Baldur would not approve of my methods, of the cruelty I must perform on his behalf. He and Asa, they are young, pure of heart, but lacking in logic. Perhaps Baldur would not approve of my methods, of the cruelty I must perform on his behalf. He and Asa, they are young, pure of heart, but lacking in logic. One day they will grow up and see life as I see it. In the meantime, They must rely on me to ensure they live long enough to achieve that wisdom. And so, I do not have the luxury of being... Asa!
Is that you again, Mad One? Come to tempt fate, I see.
I do not die this day. Can you say the same?
Yes. You've proven once already how you like to strut around, unencumbered by fear. Perhaps the Salakar did not give you an adequate taste of it.
Enough of this blithering. Hand over what is now mine, or shall I just take it?
To know fear, we must be subjected to it. When I am through with you, I will take Asa's willful Hooger. Soon after, the Salakar will be complete. Then, believe me, you will know fear and pain. Just like your son. Suitor will be surprised when I present him with his own daughter's empty corpse. But I will make sure he knows the truth.
Why is Sutur collecting Hoogers? What does he mean to do with the Salakar? Tell me!
Why do you aim to finish my work?
Ask yourself how much you care to suffer in these final moments.
Do your worst.
You are wasting your breath. He will not tell you. And he won't have to. His secrets are known to me now. You want them? Move aside. Move aside, or I will destroy it.
Traitor!
Traitor? It is you who are slaughtering your own kind.
What I do for Suter!
Such devotion requires a strong Hugr. All these Muspel sacrifices, you needed only look inward. Was he right? About you wanting to complete the Salakar?
Sutur will not trade my son for something he cannot use.
So you will see it through? To what end? How many lives would you take?
For Baldur, I would drain all 9 realms. Even Asgard.
The words of a dreadful king. And a selfless father. It is the one thing that separates you from my own. You wish to reunite with your son. I wish to see my father's plans lie in ruin. No matter the price. Can you see both through?
I can. But I will need your help. The Salakar still requires the Hugr of a suitable Jotun. Calder never found one. I must get hunting.
Do as you will. In the meantime, I'll join my stepmother, wherever she may be. I will try to learn how the Salakar fits into my father's plans. Under the guise of a contrite stepdaughter, of course. Keep it. I will need a way to find you when it is time to confront my father.
You and this bauble share a bond. I set out to use you to my advantage. It ends with me in your debt.
If it were not for you, I would have never known what my father was capable of. He used our people, turned them on each other, for his gain. I cannot forgive him. And to that end, I am your ally.
In Asgard, an ally is a friend.
Let us not get carried away.
dwarves can help me find a suitable Jotun. Perhaps if I listen to their chatter, some found wisdom will reveal itself. I should return to the shelter. Perhaps the dwarves there can aid me in finding a Jotun worthy of the Salakar.
I know you are.
I'll be with you shortly.
Spirits.
As soon as I finish here.
There is little I can say to men.
Come to humiliate us some more?
Help me, and I'll compose your saga so exalted it'll enjoy Ragnarok itself. But first, I need a name and a place.
For what?
For whom? The mightiest Jotun in all of Svartalfheim.
We know the one. Right hand of Suttungr. Malvigr.
Here because of us.
She is worthwhile.
Gave your son Vidar quite the beating once, didn't she?
One day Vidar will make me proud. But why would Malvigr care about you two?
Bremir and Lom aren't our real names. Allow me to introduce Fjalar and Gala. The ones who killed Suttungr's father.
I heard something about him trying to outdrink a couple of dwarves. And after befuddled tripping and breaking his neck.
Suttungr wasn't happy. Held us responsible. But luckily we'd acquired some mead. Some special mead. And well, Suttungr is partial to a bit of mead. We bartered it in exchange for our lives. Except afterwards, some thieving twat went and stole it.
Loki, most likely. It's always Loki.
Whoever it was, Suttungr didn't catch them. So he decided to take it out on us instead. Sent Malvigr to hunt us down. Been incognito ever since. Can't trust this lot not to sell us out.
Still, she hasn't found us yet.
She will. Malvigr's dangerous prey, even for you. But we can help balance the scales. Our old house, north of here, sunk in a lake. Inside, upstairs on a table, you'll find a cup of great potency.
Cup?
You know, the cup.
Oh yes, the cup.
Has the power to do wonderful stuff. For instance...
So, I bring you the cup, and then...
we show you how to use it against Malvigr.
It's a deal.
Pace it along. No one wants to hear our saga.
What? But we're giant killers. I'm getting tired of all this speed and aim.
You know we can't...
I think I'll try something in the water.
Not in here.
Compromise.
We've got spirits to grow. There is little I can say to mend these feelings. Yet I will say this. Did you hear it? We are all at the mercy of the same storm. But at least we have a place that shelters us from it. Where we can eat, rest, and grow strong. A place from which we can pick our...
Let the sail out! Bring the sail in! This is the place. The old home of Bramr and Lum. Oh, whatever they're... This is the place. The old home of Bramr and Lum. Oh, whatever. I should find a way inside. Ugh, looks like I'll be getting my toes wet.
Valorous cup of theirs. It should be on the table over there. Nothing. Perhaps someone has already been here and stolen it. Assuming there was a cup in the first place.
Malvigor has trained us well! You have no hope!
Thank you. And I will not trouble you again. It's best to leave one of your enemies alive, so they can tell of your greatness.
Everyone knows of my greatness.
Perhaps there are one or two who have not yet heard?
Just tell me where Malvigor is.
What's in it for me?
I do not know, but I will tell you this. The longer you make me wait, the worse I will be.
Malvigor is at the den to the west. And now? Will you spare me?
Until next we meet.
There will be no next. You can be sure of that.